Hello and welcome to the first video of 3 for this assignment called Gradients, Filters, and Modes. So in this one we're going to deal with gradients. We're going to deal with the first 4 boxes on the template, and the template you should download from Google Drive off of my webpage. So I'm going to zoom in, and I'm just going to zoom in to the first one, and make sure you're in Window, Workspace, and then I'm going to say Reset Essentials Classic. You'll just say Essentials Classic. From here, I'm going to go to my swatches. I'm going to go into here and my gradients, and you can choose any one of these gradients. I'm going to try Gems and Jewels. And on this first one, I'm going to click here, and I'm going to grab that guy. Then I'm going to go into gradients, and I'm going to go into pastels, and I'm going to choose this one. Oops, Control Z. I was supposed to click on the next one, and I'm going to choose this one. And then I'm going to go into here, and I'm going to go to gradients, and you can choose whatever you want. So I'm going to go to spectrums, and I'm going to click on that one, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to click on the fourth one, and again, and I could choose from this pop-up of my libraries as well. Fruits and vegetables. Choose fruits and vegetables, and we'll go here. All right, and of course you have to make sure that your fill is up, not your stroke. All right, the next thing I want you to do is I want you to be aware that this is where you choose, under this guy, the gradient palette, you can choose radial and linear. So all of these, I want these to be linear, but you can mess with the degrees of what the linear is, right? So if I wanted this to just be 180, go straight up and down, or minus 180, I think it's going to look exactly the same on this one, but you could go minus 60, and that changes. So change the degrees on all 4 of these, and then we're going to copy and paste over to the next one. So I'm just going to go Control C. I'm going to move over to the side, and I'm going to go Control V, and I'm going to paste these in here. So now I want to show you how to edit from here. One of the things I like to do is I like to take out my swatches panel. You can do it without doing this, but you can't have, in Essentials Classic, you can't have both the swatches panel and the gradient panel open unless you undock one of them. So all 4 of these, we're going to change to radial. So you can see that's what it looks like. But what if we want to change the colors? You can click on here, double click, and it pulls up the swatches, but it often pulls up this guy. So you got a choice to look like this, or you can look in swatches, and then I'm going to change that to pink. Okay. You can also add by grabbing one and dragging one in. And then you can do that. And if you don't like it, say I added another color over here and you didn't like it, you can drag it out to take it out. You can also move the sliders, and so which color dominates. And then you can move how close it is, so you have a tight pink right here. So modify all 4 of these colors. They shouldn't look as the same, but all 4 of these should be linear, and all 4 of these should be radial. Next one, we're going to use the free form gradient. So I'm going to click on here, and I'm going to be in the panel, and I got to click on this. And so right away it puts in 2 colors. I'm going to grab the darker color, and I'm going to put it over here, and I'm going to grab the lighter color, and I'm going to put it just in this corner. You can increase the size by going on the edge, right? I'm just going to go Control Z on that one because I don't want that. And I want to add a third one, so I'm going to go in the middle here, and I'm going to click, but I'm going to double click on that one, and I can grab my swatch, and I want this one to be fairly kind of a lighter brown, and then I'm going to click away, and then I'm going to click on this one, and I want this one to be like a darker brown, so I'm going to move over here. So there I've got my bean with, looks kind of like a bean with 3 colors, using the freeform gradient. All right, the fourth gradient we're going to be looking at is the gradient mesh tool. So one of the things about the gradient mesh tool is when you use a gradient mesh, it loses its stroke. So whenever you're going to use a gradient mesh, always Control C and Control V and move it off to the side in case you want a stroke. Then what we're going to do is, this is like a shape of face. We're going to try and darken the area where the eyes would be, and we're going to lighten the area where the tip of the nose would be, and we're going to darken the area underneath the bottom lip because those are depressed. The eyes is depressed. The end of the nose is out, so it should be lighter. So darken, darken, lighter, and darken. So we are going to use the gradient mesh. So we're going to start with right around where you think the eyes would be, right in the middle, and I'm just going to click once, and you can see it adds in. Then I'm going to go right to where you think the middle of the eyes would be, and I'm going to go try and do this same distance out here, and then I'm going to add one right on the edge, and I'm going to add one right on the edge. Then I'm going to do one above where the eyes would be, and one below where the eyes would be, one where I think the tip of the nose would be, and I'm going to do one where the lips would be, and one kind of where that darker spot would be down here. Okay? For this one, a really nice swatch to have open would be the skin tones. And you're going to notice I actually would like the entire thing to be the second darkest one. So of all these swatches panel, I would go with a second darkest one for the entire thing. Okay, so I'm on it with the black arrow tool. I choose this color. Then I'm going to grab the white arrow tool and I'm going to select on this one, and you'll notice it's now green and the other ones are white inside. It might be a little bit hard to see, but I'm going to hold the shift key and I'm going to do the same thing to that one, and then the same thing to this one, and then I'm going to go to the darker ones, and you can see it adds a little dark spot for us. Then I'm going to go to where the tip of the nose should be, and I'm going to go actually one lighter than this color, and I'm going to go here. Maybe even lighter. Okay? And that is how you do a gradient mesh face. And if you wanted stroke, I would take this one and I would go no fill, and then you could drop it on top. You know, and that's all dependent on whether you want a stroke around the edge. And that is the gradient part of this assignment. Thanks for watching.